Hey pretty people, welcome to Indie Swad, a channel that explores the flavors of different cultures from north to south, east to west, and all around. Here I connect with you and share all the different ways in which food helps us evolve and maintain our overall health. So today we would be making a completely new version of a very famous South Indian snack and breakfast option known by different names. In Andhra we call them Gunta Ponganalu. They are also called Paddu, Appe, Paniyaram in other parts of South India. But hey guys, before we begin with, go to my channel, subscribe it and press the bell button to ensure that you don't miss any cool content I'm gonna come up with. So without any further delay, let's get going. To begin with, I'm gonna wash these store-bought seedless dates, like I have taken a cup of them, and then wash them thoroughly so that there are no impurities left, and leave them to soak for around 30 to 40 minutes. Dates are the major variation to these Gunta Ponganalu. As kids, we really hated having whole dates, and this was my mom's way of sneaking in dates into our diet. And guess what? We really never got to know until she told us. And here are our dates, washed neat and clean, ready to be soaked in water for the next 30 to 40 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm gonna get my other ingredients prepped up. Take a teaspoon of ghee into a preheated kadhai. Add fresh coconut that has been diced into small pieces. Well, you can add fresh coconut as it is into your paniyarams or your appe, but I prefer sauteed ones as they give a really crunchy flavor and a nice taste to that. Now that our coconut has got this golden brown color, we're gonna take it into a cup and keep it aside. Similar to the coconut, I'll roast some roughly broken cashews and keep them aside. These would be followed by roughly broken almonds that also would be roasted in ghee. Guys, try to have these almonds on a daily basis because these are rich sources of vitamin E and antioxidants and does a great deal to maintain your memory. To a mixie grinder jar, we'll add a small to medium sized ripe banana. Well, don't throw off the banana peel guys, you can use it for your skin. It really brightens up your skin. To that we'll add our soaked dates. We're gonna blend them together. And here our banana and date puree is ready. While we blend it, we must just ensure that there are no small chunks of dates left anywhere. Now to this puree, I'm gonna add in the leftover water, the water in which I soaked the dates, and then blend it again. So this way I'm using my date soaked water judiciously, not losing on the nutrient part from my recipe. So finally, here's my puree that has blended really smooth. Like, we are not looking at the consistency per se here because we are going to add in more water while making the batter, but this is how it will look. Now for the sweet Ponganalu batter, we're going to add a cup of rice flour, a cup of semolina also known as rava, a cup of refined flour also known as maida, and here goes in our roasted coconut, the cashews, and the almonds that we had roasted previously. We sprinkle in a teaspoon of cardamom powder, a pinch of salt, and dry mix all the ingredients really well. I'm gonna add the dates banana puree to this mixture. Dates are not just good source of antioxidants but also have great capacity to fight diseases. These are also used as natural sweeteners and can be a healthy substitute for white sugar. So you can see that I have not used any sugar in my recipe here. To this mixture, I'll continue to add water in small batches frequently while mixing the batter constantly. Here we need to ensure that there are no lumps formed. Meanwhile, I'll advise you guys to check the batter for sweetness. I felt mine was a bit low on the sweetness part, so I added the remaining banana and date puree. You can also add jaggery though. Along with the puree, I'll add in some more water and continue to mix it into a smooth batter. So guys, here our ponganaloo batter is ready, with its consistency being slightly thicker than that of the idli batter. Now that the batter is ready, we're going to put on the lid and allow it to rest for 1 hour. Now that the batter has set well after an hour, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of cumin seeds at this point and mix it well. To make the gunta ponganaloo, I'll make use of an able skewer pan, also known as appam patra. Of course, you can also use a kadhai filled with oil. So here I'll fill my appam patra with cooking oil until the cavities are filled to the brim. And once the oil is hot, I'm gonna add a tablespoon of batter to each cavity. So guys, let me tell you, don't get carried away by the amount of oil you see here, because I made 5 batches of these ponganaloo and there was still oil left at the end. People, we must allow these ponganaloo to cook for 3 minutes and then check if they have cooked well and then flip them over. You'll notice they have been coated with a nice brown color if they are cooked well, and this is when you flip them over. Hey, don't you see nice patterns on them? Like, I'm reminded of those Easter eggs when you look at these patterns. So now that these dates ponganaloo have cooked well, we are gonna take them out one by one carefully. By the way, people, do check the links for various recipes in my description box, the glimpse of which you have of course got in the beginning. I'm sure you'll love it. Also, subscribe to Indie Swad if you have not yet. Press on the bell button to stay tuned. And here are our sweet ponganaloo with the goodness of dates, richness of banana ready to be consumed, would be equally loved by elders and kids, and of course will make a great prasadam option this festive season. Until next recipe, stay tuned. Bye bye.